Hey guys, Dr. Stephen here from Life Chiropractic Studio, where our purpose is to help you get healthy and stay healthy for a lifetime. So we're answering a common question today: what do chiropractors treat? So firstly, let's understand a little bit more about what it is that we actually look for. So we look at you from the point of view of what's causing this problem. So we don't just look at getting you out of pain, but helping you to understand why it is that you have got this pain. So we go through a process of understanding a specific condition that can cause a lot of symptoms and can be quite simply corrected. So it's called subluxation. And it's a fancy long word. It's a Latin word that basically stands for a decrease in light in an area. Okay, so it's nerve interference. If you look at this pin here, if you imagine, if the pin is open, that's nerve interference. So if you imagine the spine is like a whole lot of different switches, okay, and the brain has to send signals down the spine. If there's a lot of these, or if there's even one of these, it can cause a change in that communication between the brain and the body and can result in a lot of different types of symptoms from there on. So just like if there's one car that blocks, the highway, it can cause a whole lot of issues throughout a whole city and potential other accidents and all sorts of stuff. And it's the same thing that can happen in the body, right? So we want to trace back to find where this nerve interference is and what's causing it. Okay, so there are different types of causes to this. The first thing we want to assess is what's your posture. How is your posture? What is it that what sort of changes has it gone through? Why is that? Because posture is the window to the spine. It lets us know when there's pressure on nerves, or if you've had any past traumas and things that can cause a lot of subluxation to build up over time. So there's three different types of causes to subluxation. It's the body's inability to deal with, three major stresses, which are physical. So when we have falls and different things that we've had in the past, we have chemical, like drugs or medications or toxins or, shitty foods that we eat. And then we have emotional. So it could be partners, relationships, money or finances, and different things like that can cause this condition to occur. So what is it that we've been told that is very important to understand about our body and our health? Well, our body needs to be maintained. Our spine needs to be maintained from the beginning. So just like we maintain our teeth from the beginning, we brush our teeth every day, and we know to get checked from the dentist, every 6 to 12 months, we get an x-ray to see exactly what's happening underneath. The same thing is with the spine. It's just that we can't see it when we're doing, Facebook or Instagram selfies, right? We can see it through posture, so it does affect the way we can stand, the way we can do things, and it's due to the fact that these stresses are our ability to deal with these stresses is not the same, right? The other thing is that just like the dentist, you can't feel when you've got a hole in your tooth, you can't feel subluxation. You may experience some of the other changes like secondary issues like headaches or low energy, or if you look at yourself and you've seen your health deteriorate or your ability to do things and create deteriorate over the last 5 years, then it may just be due to something as simple as this subluxation condition. So what can happen in the body and what are we looking for? We're essentially looking for you to be subluxation free. So if you are, great. If you're not, then there are things that we can do about it, and it's based entirely on what you want to do. Right? So you can see here the brain, sits up here, has to send signals through that. So we want to see that there's a nice even curve. It's like a spring. It allows us to absorb the impacts of the day and of our life over time. If that changes, it can cause degenerative changes, right? So it's not just due to, it's not just symptoms that we'll feel. We may not feel any symptoms and have quite severe degeneration. It's causing a lot of other things that we weren't even aware of, right? So as you can see, we go through different stages of degeneration or decay, just like in our teeth or just like our car or anything else that we don't maintain. It can do that and can lead to malfunction and disease. So I hope that makes more sense about what it is that we treat. So if you've never had a full spine x-ray that's been read by a wellness or corrective type chiropractor, I'd suggest why not just get a check. I mean, there's no obligation with us, and it's quite cheap to get your first visit and to understand exactly what's happening with your body. So if that makes sense to you, you're more than likely to either click on some of the other questions you may have or click on one of the offers we've got. Have a good day.